Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a community update for November 5th, covering some of the downtime that people experienced recently, the rewards for that, and then diving into a Dragon tournament that has launched today. I'm going to be going over all of the rewards, if it's worth it, if you should go for it or not, diving into the math behind how much energy it'll take you to complete it, and kind of doing all of that stuff about the Dragon tournament. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first off, if we pull up the news tab here, we can see PlariumPlay Downtime Compensation. Now, I didn't personally notice this too much, but I think this was a problem for some people, some computers experiencing some issues with the PlariumPlay PC client. Now, we got some pretty good rewards coming out for having to deal with that. 250 energy, 1 day of XP boost, and 2 clan boss keys. That's pretty decent rewards. 250 energy is 2 refills basically, so that's like 80 gems. A day of XP is pretty valuable, and 2 clan boss keys is just going to help you and your clan get down that highest boss possible and get those rewards. So pretty good rewards coming here for compensation. These compensation rewards used to be a lot worse, so at least these are trending in the direction. I would like them to just throw in like 1 ancient shard. Hey, here's a gamble on us. Throw 1 ancient shard in there, and like 1% of people will pull a legendary, and it'll make their day, or a really cool epic or something. I would like that, but obviously that's probably asking for a lot. But personally, I think that'd be a really good gesture to the player base when there's downtime compensation. Is here you go, take 1 shard and gamble away. But I digress. Let's dive into the tournament here. So we had a Dragon tournament launch today. We can see it's a 3-day tournament. It ends in 2 days and 9 hours. So you're gonna get 3 days to go after this tournament. I went ahead and grinded super hard. We can see here I've got all the rewards there on the right ready to be claimed. So I did complete the event. I'm at 2,600 points right now. That's probably where I will stay. I don't know. I'll see how realistic it is for me to finish number 1. I'm not going to get into a whale war with somebody and go for 10,000 points or something just to get a couple extra pieces of Relentless gear. So, the way I approached this event was I need to find some speed and lifesteal gear anyway, so I might as well go hard in the paint on the Dragon tournament, at least until I get these rewards. So I'm going to break down the math behind it. So for me, what I figured was I'm getting about 17 points per run. If you want to see the full points breakdown, it's here in the info tab under the tournament. We can see that the star level of the artifact to be found and the rarity of the artifact is what determines how many points you're going to get. So the higher level you're able to clear, the more likely you are to earn a lot of points quickly. Now I did it in Dragon 20, so obviously it's going to be a lot easier for me to complete the event versus somebody who's farming like Dragon 7, you know, somebody who's a newer player. And I wish there should be an advantage a little bit to being able to clear the highest levels. I get that. I mean, you need some incentive to progress your account, but I wish it wasn't so drastic. Like I wish, you know, this went up to like 50 instead of 20, and then it scaled down barely so that, you know, 1 stars were worth like 35 or 40, and then 6 stars are worth like 60, just to kind of narrow the gap a little bit in the points, instead of a 6-star being 20 times more impactful than a 1-star, just to help the newer players kind of go after the points on the right side there too. But for all I know, there might be 2 versions of this event. There might be a version where newer players see different rewards on the right or something. So if that's true, definitely let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about that. So the rewards in general, let's go over this stuff here. We've got 50,000 silver, or is that, yeah, that's 50,000. Very low amount of silver, so kind of negligible there. We've got 50 gems, a day of XP, and then 1 of each chicken. 4 5-star gems, brews. 15 brews is the one I forgot. All right, we can see here that my recommended purchase price for if these things were a pack would be about $7. So now we have to ask ourselves, how much energy are we going to have to spend to get those rewards? Now, I am somebody with maxed out level 60, so I have 130 max energy, and I am farming level 20. So that's the only results I can give you, and you have to kind of scale based off of that. But for me, I was averaging about 17 points a run. I've got my calculator, 17 points a run. I got to get to 2,500 points. 2,500 divided by 17 is 147 runs. So if we figure 150 runs, probably 150 runs times 16 energy is 2,400 energy. And I think that's pretty accurate. I think I spent about 2,300 something if I had to guess. So I think that's fairly accurate. If you're doing Dragon 20, you're gonna be expecting probably about 2,400 energy to get these rewards on the right. So now we have to ask ourselves, what's the difference between that energy cost and the $7 that we get here? So we go here, 2,400 energy, boom, $11, about 11 and a half. So really our true cost of going after this is only about $4. Now that's if you know, buy energy efficiently, if you get good packs and you spend wisely. We're only looking at about a $4 cost to finish this event. So now, and if you do finish the event, there's probably a high likelihood that you're going to be getting up here, you know, getting a shard at least, or some relentless gear, which can be pretty good on a few different champions. So yeah, not bad, definitely not bad. You know, only taking a loss of $4 to have a shot at this gear here on the left, and maybe an ancient shard, plus the fact that you get all of the silver and the gear from the actual grinding of the dragon that you did. So definitely not a poorly designed event, not perfect. I would change a few things, like I would have the rewards go all the way down here to the top 10. I would have everybody in the top 5 get a shard. I would give number 1 a sacred shard plus a full set to really get people to be incentivized to go for that top spot. And I would kind of scale down, you know, like a couple void shards, a couple ancient shards, and give rewards for the whole top 10, and then really bump up the top 5 to be a little bit better. The reward structure on the right is okay. It's not great, but I'm okay with it. It's a nice blend of guaranteed value in terms of gems and XP and chicken. I do wish the silver was like 200,000 instead of 50, but it's very cheap to get it. It's one of the first rewards here. So I'll go ahead and claim these. So that's like my $7 worth of rewards there for spending that like $12 worth of energy. But then there's a good chance I'm going to get some of this stuff over here, plus all of the good drops that I got. So also, if you're curious, I'll go over, you know, help you decide if you want to farm the dragon or if you should. So if we look at the drops of the dragon, typically the top 3 are the sets we're going for. So accuracy, speed, and lifesteal are kind of the best 3 sets in my opinion out of this. Now obviously some of these sets can be good in the right situation, especially for like faction wars, like your Daze, your Frost, Stalwart, and Avenging can be okay in certain spots. So definitely a pretty decent dungeon to farm, because speed and lifesteal are both pretty endgame sets. So there's a high probability that you're gonna get some value out of 150 dragon runs in terms of finding some speed and some lifesteal, and even accuracy gear can be very good, because it's very important to have good accuracy on many different champions. So odds are, of those 3 sets, you'll get some good pieces in those 150 to 200 runs, depending on what level you're grinding. It could take up to 300 runs to, you know, get to 2,500 points if you're grinding like Dragon 10 or something. So it really kind of depends where you're at. I'm giving you the data based on, you know, my experience and what I'm able to grind. Obviously, I can't test every single level of dragon and how many points it would take. I wish I could, but that's pretty unrealistic. So dragon is kind of thought of as one of the best dungeons in the game to grind. The speed set is so valuable, and almost every champion needs at least 2 pieces of speed. So the dragon, very important dungeon to grind, and I would recommend just, you know, don't kill yourself trying to finish number 1 or finish the event. But I would do the dragon at least casually and get what rewards you can. At least get a 4-star chicken. See how your group's doing. If it's a bunch of whales, maybe let it go. But I would definitely recommend at least participating and doing what you can, because the dragon is a good dungeon and the reward structure is decent here on the right side. All right. Now also, I'd like to go over the offers that are kind of coming through in the game right now. and kind of talk about this one. We've gone over, so I don't really want to, you know, bore you by doing it again, but the general consensus is this is a pretty good offer. I like the blend of the guaranteed value of the energy and gems, but also the RNG gambling aspect of the decent amount of shards there. So not terrible value there for $30. It's one that I might scoop up here at some point. This pack right here, we can plug it in and see if it's something that I would recommend or not. So we've got 100 brews and 5-star chicken. That's quite a lot. 600 gems, 600,000 silver, 600, 100 brews, 5-star chicken. Okay, so we can see recommended price is $30. Really, is it? Usually their offers aren't off by that much, but I'm not missing anything. 600 gems, 600,000, 5-star chicken. Okay, so this is one that I definitely wouldn't buy, but admittedly, if you're a newer player, the chicken means a lot more to you. So this is one I wouldn't recommend, but for brand new players or people who don't have a lot of 6 stars yet, it does have more value, and it wouldn't be like a crazy purchase, even though in terms of how I calculate value, I would value that one pretty low. This one, I bet is going to grade out very well. Usually these special progress packs grade out as a very good deal. I usually scoop up at least like one of these. Full energy times 8. So I need to add energy refills on this chart, and I'm going to do that. But for now, we're going to treat it like 320 gems, which it makes this 920 total. We got the 600 plus 8 times 40 is 320. So the 600 plus the 320 is 920. Sorry about throwing a lot of numbers there. 1,200 energy, 600,000 silver. Alrighty, and that is all of it, right? Yes. Okay. Yep, so this grades out as something that's worth about 21.81, so $21 to $22. It's priced at 20. I swear it used to be a little bit better value than that. It is still a good offer. It's just not excellent. So this is one that's borderline for me. I might scoop up one of them to be determined. I may not. I won't buy all 3, but I might scoop up one of them. Faction accessories, this one here, they did it again. They've got the Banner Lord's, you know, amulet and flag, but it's a different faction on the artifacts. So I hope they fix that at some point. I was joking how it would be funny if somebody, don't do this, I'm not recommending it, but it'd be funny if somebody bought this and then submitted a ticket raging about how they thought they were getting Banner Lord artifacts and they got High Elves, so they want their money back because they were deceived. But I was joking about how I should do that, but I'm not actually going to do that. But I do hope they fix the artwork here and make it actually, you know, the faction that's represented in the pieces. But nonetheless, I digress. This one, I think it should be like $25, not $40. So that's one that I would tend to not recommend. So yeah, that's going to kind of do it for this little video, doing a community update for November 5th and kind of going over the Dragon Tournament and all of that. So let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.